All right, welcome everybody. Welcome again. Let me just turn this music down a little bit. All right. We are back again, the Tailgate Show with the ones and the onlys. We'll start from the top. Texas TV himself, Champ, is in the house.
What's up,
Next
everybody?
up, the unbiased man of the hour. That's right, Mr. LSU. Thurman is in the house as well. Welcome. Coming from a hard day's work. And
Yes, sir.
of course, you cannot forget the newest member of the broadcast team, solid coach. His name is 49ers George 365. Welcome, brother. Welcome. It's good to see you. And myself, Coach Prime, Sir Tokes is in the building.
Intro. Thank you.
Yeah, we here. We're doing a little recap of what's going on in the league. And you know what? Champ is here. He's an admin. He's a commish. Let's tell him what's going on today, brother. Tell him what's going on.
1 second, guys. So we back. We had a quarterly show, about 2 weeks ago? So now we are going to do kind of our final home stretch here. We in week 13. We got one more week, CCG week, and in the playoffs. So we're going to run down a couple of things, the top 25, the college football bracket as it looks like right now, the user games that are left, some of the new members. We're now at 24. And then we'll do some CCG predictions because I think there's 2 games that are pretty much locked up, ready to go. So I guess we can start off with the top 25 as you see it right now. Ohio State at number 1. We got Texas at number 2. Ole Miss at number 3. Michigan at 4. Tennessee at 5. Florida State 6. Alabama 7. Arizona 8. NC State 9. Oklahoma State 10. A new user at Georgia Tech. He's at number 12. He's like 3-0 since he joined. We got 16. Another new user. A&M. He's 2-0 since he joined. Another new user at Tulane at 18. He's 2-0 with Tulane. And Zeus Vega, who's 21, but probably won't be there after this advance because he just lost to Florida State. Florida State got him 35. I don't know, but at 6-5, I don't know. I mean, shit. Hey, they say Oregon and Nike have money. There's the proof. 6-5, he's still in the top 25. Shit.
Yeah.
9-1 Memphis has barely squeaked in. So this is the top 25, guys. Tell me, when y'all see this, I'm going to say top. I want to go with top 15. Or let's go 16. So let's go 18. My bad. Because we got some guys that might squeak in the playoffs. Looking at this, what jumps out to you through 13 weeks that we're at right now? Diamond, what you think?
I would say Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech jumps out. A team that's looking dominant and scary and making a big rise up the rankings. Probably going to sneak in there. Georgia Tech's G5, right? Oh, no, ACC?
No, the
okay.
ACC. Yeah,
ACC, okay. So we'll see. They could win the ACC. As far as I see, they're one of the top ranked ACC. Oh, well, we got Florida State up there. Are they in the conference championship?
Let's look at that. I'll show you that real quick. I want to say Florida State needs help.
Georgia Tech is at the top. So, yeah, Georgia Tech looking like they could be the ACC champion, get a bye week in the playoffs. So that's a scary team. I don't think anybody wants to play them right now.
That's what he's saying right now. Florida State, we out. Sorry. That's what he says.
Trash.
King Sinai said he's out.
Trash.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, he would need some help. 49er George, what stands out to you when you look at this top 18? I go to 18 because technically you'll see in a minute where the number 18 team stands in the playoffs.
I mean, the thing that stands out the most is that there's so many users crowded right there at the top. It's going to be a fight in the SEC Conference Championship and then also the Big Ten Championship. It's looking like Ohio State and Michigan going to collide maybe twice in 2 weeks. That's insane. I mean, they got a season finale coming up, I think, either week 14 or 15, and then they're gonna maybe have to square off again for that Big Ten championship. I wonder if one of them gets knocked out of the top 12. That'll be interesting to watch. And then of course, with the SEC and then the SEC championship. I wonder if that's going to happen over there too. It's just crazy to see, man. Shout out to all the users that have taken care of business, though. It's good to see this many users still in the play of it here down the stretch.
Yeah, so let me show y'all real quick, because I know he did bring it up, the Ohio State Michigan. This is what it looks like right now. They are basically on a collision course for 2 games, no matter what happens.
Yeah, so Michigan and Ohio State have a regular season matchup, and then they most likely have Big Ten championship in Lucas Oil Stadium. And how about that SEC? How's that looking? Can you flip over to that just real quick? I'm more familiar with the Big Ten because that's my conference, but look how thick that is.
Wow.
Wow. So, champ, who you got down the stretch here? Who's your remaining game?
I already beat the living shit out of Kentucky today. So
Nice.
all I have is that A&M user that I have no idea. I haven't seen him play once, so it's going to be fun.
That's going to be a blast.
And
And then Ole Miss just got another win today. I saw that against Florida. I don't know what their remaining game is, but it looks like you guys are on that collision course. And then Tennessee is hanging around there just in case somebody slips. Novocaine, Rocky Top, he's been, from day
Lucking
one.
it out, getting lucky dubs.
I don't need
Sneaking his way up there.
I can't give any bulletin board material to
throwing
anybody.
picks.
But,
So Ole Miss has Mississippi State. They got the boot.
okay.
That boot game.
Okay.
No,
so
it's not the boot. It's the Egg Bowl. My bad.
So that's the computer game. So no real issue there. Yeah.
Yeah, he should dominate the Egg Bowl.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. If you go back to the top 25, what I'm very happy to see is the users. The users came out. I mean,
100%.
these guys, and again, I'm not up there, but you can see who knows their shit versus who needs to get their shit together. I'm a person who needs to get his shit together. I won't be there for a while, but then you know what? I see the ball players right there. All right. So this is putting people on notice. This is no cookie cutter freaking league right now. It's your gameplay, it's your coaching, it's your recruiting. Everything is gonna add up. The first season, you lay that groundwork, lay that foundation, see who can ball. I know 49 George can ball. I know Texas TV can ball. I know all the guys up there can ball. So you now need to go into your bag and figure out how you can compete with these guys, because these guys have been playing NCAA 14 for years, right? Know your shit. All right, know your shit. Because again, you see the top. Look at the top. What, seven are all users.
Teams.
Top 7 users are all in the top 25.
Georgia
right?
Tech win their ACC. He's in there. That's 8 users.
Right, and these guys are not, winning by 7 or 14. They're blowing out people by 21 points, by 30 points. So you got to bring your A game. Anybody who joins, you got to bring your A game. So again, congratulations
100%.
to everybody who's in there. And you know what? A shout out to everybody who's still in there, who's not quitting, because I know a lot of people are quitting right now because they can't hang. So shout out to people who's hanging through, getting into the next season. It's going to be a good one. Definitely.
Buck Fama. That's
Look
all I
at that.
gotta say.
Coach Clay saying whoever made the preseason rankings as being the worst user with Alabama can kick rocks barefoot. Woo-hoo-hoo! Fire.
I love that coach, man, but I despise that terrible team.
Oh,
They right where they should be.
I mean, he's
Out the
unbiased.
playoffs,
He's telling you
They
like
right
it
where they
is.
should be.
No, without a doubt.
Now,
So
here's a question for you guys, though, before we go on to the next. Who is the surprising team for you based on what their ranking is and how their play style is? We'll go with you, champ.
I have to say, and I said this maybe during the first show, it has to be Florida State still. I mean, he just beat Zeus. He's beating users. I mean, honestly, who would have thought Florida State Chris would be number 6, 9-2, right? Is he 9-2? Yeah, 9-2 with the win
9-2,
tonight.
yeah.
Just beat Oregon on the road by double digits. His only 2 losses was, let me see, he lost to Miami, and he blew like a 14-point lead in the second half. And then week 1, Georgia Tech just caught him slipping like they did in real life. Besides that, he's beaten every user. He's beating every CPU. The rest of these other 6 guys on top, I know them all personally. Wait, he's cheese, real cheesy. He's running, whoever gets him to win.
I mean, I heard.
Ole Miss just runs a 2 running back, hand it off, and throw to him system. So don't worry in the CCG championship. That's not going to work. Aunt Bell is at Michigan running around with the worst quarterback in the nation instead of giving Donovan Edwards the ball.
Oh my goodness.
Tim's throwing picks like crazy, but yet Tim's fucking still winning. God knows how. Chris shouldn't be here. He should be 2-9.
Doing the shot.
Coach Clay has the greatest team since sliced bread in Georgia, and he's only 8-3. What kind of shit is this? God, I swear.
The fire came out.
God damn it.
He's keeping it real, folks. He's keeping it real.
But Florida State's my pick for hell of a fucking job this year. I hope he actually makes the fucking playoffs. I would love to see him beat Bama or someone in the first round and end someone's fucking season.
Well,
okay, you can go now, dear man. I'm done.
Okay.
All right, man. I was gonna say Florida State. He stole my pick. So I gotta go with Alabama, man. You are replacing the greatest coach in history, Nick Saban. You still got his roster besides a couple of backups you lost. And you come out here and you lose 3 fucking games. What are you doing? What are we doing in Tuscaloosa? I know the fans are pissed off. You shouldn't even be ranked 7 with that fucking record. You should be lower than that. So I'm surprised at Bama, man. I thought Bama, Coach Clay, much respect to the coach, man, but I expect more. I expect undefeated seasons out of Coach Clay. I don't expect 3 losses.
Oh, okay. Well, 49 George, you're up.
Yeah. So I think the most surprising thing to me is points forced, points against. Ohio State, the number 1 at the top. They've scored 500 points this season. They've only given up about 200. So they're outscoring their margin of victory is just insane. They've really stepped up to everything put in front of them so far.
They must be playing a super tough schedule.
And the other thing that's surprising to me is how fast Alabama's coach has turned things around. The beginning of the season. I don't know if I hit a punchline or not. I didn't mean to make it funny, but I'm serious. I gotta give him his flowers, man. He
turning it around.
I mean, hey man, you said 8-3, but he's right there in that playoffs, man. I mean, he had some games that he didn't want to talk about earlier in the year, and he's right there in the top. Gonna go to the playoffs, man. I mean, he's got to finish out the year, but he's gonna be right there.
Wow. I mean,
I guess we celebrating being the 4th best team with the 1st best roster.
Oh,
it's a new game, and we're all figuring it out.
That.
I mean, my first point was going to be that I'm surprised by all of it. It all surprised me, to be honest with you. I don't think any one of us predicted all of this, man. How
I
he did,
predicted no bias.
and
I
how he's doing.
Wade being at the top, though.
He's okay. I mean, he does have the number 1 team. You want to call Alabama the number 1 team? We all know it's Ohio State. So what now?
Well,
I mean,
he just said he played the toughest schedule in the country.
Who did?
That's what he's saying.
The Ohio State head coach.
Amish says he's playing the hardest and the toughest schedule this season. Would you agree?
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
That don't even matter to me. That don't even matter. That's
there you go.
You want to move the goalposts there. I don't want to move it there. What I want to say is that Ohio State coach played a lot of Madden, and this game is built on the Madden engine. And he absolutely. I mean, you want to move the goalposts? Let's move the goalposts there.
Okay, we're calling them out. All right, you had ample time to be prepared for this because he played Madden. So it should be automatic that he's on the top. Is that correct? That's what you're saying.
Nah, I never used that word.
Oh,
nah.
okay.
The only shit that's automatic is this thing underneath my desk right here. But the thing is, though, is that, you know what I mean? The shots that's fired is that, you know, Coach Clay, man, he got his season turned around. There's a lot of other teams that just went away and some coaches that went away. And he's still hitting, you know what I'm saying? He ain't undefeated and he could be doing better, but he's still in there, man. You know what I'm saying? That to me, it says something, man.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Again, everybody. Again, I'm new to the whole mantra of NCAA. So I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I'm just impressed of how people are competing. Again, you guys saying certain people shouldn't be there and certain people should be there. So again, kudos again to everybody who's still competing. Now, my question to you guys is, come next season, when you guys lose your seniors, all of us who have teams, and you have that recruiting board, how do you think you're going to compete for next? I mean, because everybody's basing their teams on the roster they have day one. Now you got to recruit. We're going to go upwards now and figure out how is your recruiting board and what do you think is going to happen come season 2? I'll start you, 49 George.
Can we go recruiting rankings?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Throw the top school rankings there.
Yeah, give me a second.
So got a wideout coming in, three linemen in the top 25.
Okay.
So we're gonna build through the trenches, and we really need the help at wideout, man. We need more team speed. So I'm feeling like we're loading up. Our best player and our quarterback are both returning, and I think we got some. I think we got some dudes to rush the passer. So I think we're gonna be all right, man.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm getting them 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
And what about you, champ? How's your recruiting table? How is your, a few guys are going to be leaving your squad, so you got enough to fill up those missing pieces?
Yeah. Why is it not? My 4K kind of crapped out. Let me close it up and.
Yeah, that's part of it, Coach Clay.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Definitely.
I'm currently number 3 in the nation with 25 recruits, so I think I'll be just fine.
Okay.
I think I'll be fine. And believe it or not, I'm fucking with my 4K. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
The Texas Longhorn team is not actually senior base; it's more junior laden.
Really?
Like it'll be the year after that I have to deal with everybody and their mother leaving. Like Quinn, if Quinn comes back, he's back next year. Isaiah Bond, Bolden, Golden, Ant Hill, probably 3/4 of my secondary. They're all juniors.
Yeah, Texas.
So we're built for this year and next year. It's the years after I have to really kind of. That's why I got to recruit good this year, next year, because if not, it's gonna go fucking haywire the year after. I'll be hurting, in the SEC with some really good coaches, especially the ones we just added. God, man, some of the coaches we added from Twitch, these guys don't play, man. There's some good guys out there. Okay.
Now, you got it up?
Yeah. He just took a.
Yeah. No problem.
There you go. Y'all should be able to see it now. Y'all see it?
There we go. Here we go. There's the top classes, as you can see. Now, I do believe there was a suggestion that we are going to be resetting the coaches. Is that still a go?
Yes. So the vote, from what I understand, won. So the idea, I believe, is after the season ends, I'm sure we might get through the off season, and then we're going to go ahead and restart the coaches.
Okay.
So everybody was starting from level 0 to kind of make it more fair, because if you can obviously see, Ohio State just doesn't have NIL money. They have cocaine and Colombian money. This is wild shit. 11 5-stars. Like, the fuck are we doing over there? Are we giving out women with the fucking NIL deals? Goddamn.
I mean, as the commissioner says, it's just different in that den. That's all he's saying.
Hey,
Unbiased.
Champ, is it possible?
I don't argue with it.
Champ, is it possible for you to right click and hit full screen on that 4K? If you just roll over it?
Yeah, hit that top button right there. Yeah. Oh no, you got it on the phone. That's why.
Just on the window.
No, it's because I have a wide monitor. That's why.
But if you hit full screen on the right click, like hit a right click, yeah, full screen.
Right click on the actual.
Just anywhere, like where the players are, right there.
Yeah.
No.
That's it. It's a wide screen, so okay.
I have a squad. I have y'all I have y'all on my vertical monitor. That's
bet.
Gotcha.
My bad. We'll fix that for next time.
Okay.
No problem. But yeah, I mean, we see 29 recruits. Alabama with 22. Texas with 25, and the list goes down. Georgia 16, and so forth. Tennessee 17. Now, again, it might change come next season when you have everybody at 0, right? Yes, you have your prestige as your school, but again, you have to kind of know how to build that coach, build that architect. Now, for those who are coaching and the guys who are in the chat watching, what is your go-to? Seeing that you've all played in this league here and other leagues, what's your go-to when it comes to building that coach to get the stars you want? Champ, we'll start with you.
Are we starting with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I always believed this, and I learned this from 14, is if you're in Texas, in another dynasty I was Tennessee towards the end. I always believed in my coach. Well, 14 was different because we didn't really use the XP. But in this one, I'll tell you, just looking from it, if you want to recruit, you got to have that recruiter coach, and you got to have him early. And I think a lot of us are going to see that now when we start over here in a little bit, that it's going to be really different for us. You know what I mean? Is that better now?
Oh, that's much.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay,
Much
I got
better.
you. I switched my monitors real quick. Okay, cool. It's going to be different, man, because I'm in a dynasty with Wait and an Earn It Maine where we are starting from scratch with coaches, and it's not as easy to recruit as it is over here right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if, let's see, there's 9 out of the top 10 schools are users. I wouldn't be surprised if there's only 1 or 2 top teams in the top 10 next year, because we're not going to have all those architects, CEO,
Right.
Where you can put 60 points on a guy or 65, or it only takes 20 points to fully scout him. Like, we going back down to generic.
Yep.
And to build your coach, it's going to take 5-6 years. And
Yeah.
even then, some coaches may not pick a recruiter. I didn't. In my other dynasties, I picked the what the fuck was it called? Is it the architect?
Architect, yeah.
It's the architect, yeah, the one that gets the off-season XP bonus and all that and stuff. I want them to get better in the off-season. I'm not worried about the recruiting. Recruiting kind of handles itself, but that's what I went with. So it's going to be different for us because coaches could now pick what they want. You don't have to go with what we were given. So it's going to be interesting next year, the recruiting. Who's going to choose a recruiter, or who's going to choose an architect or a statistician, or what are they going to do? So it's interesting for next year.
For sure. 49 George, how about you in terms of the whole reset of the coaching? What do you think that's going to do, and how you're going to build your coach?
Before I step into that, let me just say that in terms of recruiting, man, Ohio State and Alabama have insane quarterbacks coming in. Let me read to you the stats of what this dude, Sammy Boyette. This dude, yeah. He's got 95 speed, 95 acceleration, and 94 throw power.
What the hell?
So Ohio State is going to be upgrading at quarterback next year to go along with their weapons. And then who you also got from Alabama is Brian Ezeke, and he's got 98 speed, 96 acceleration, 95 throw power with 3 physical abilities. So those coaches are going to get basically Jalen Milroe at quarterback. Maybe not with like all the break tackle, but as far as speed with the legs, dual threat, and bombing with the arm, so the rich are going to get richer right there. So shout out to those coaches getting those unique guys. And Champ wants another turn right now, so we're going to go ahead and let him have it.
No, just look at the screen. The screen says it all.
96 throw power, short accuracy. Okay. 96 speed, magician, option king. So what you're saying that you have somebody who can compete. That's what you're saying.
And he's 6'5", 204.
Hey, Champ, how come he wasn't in the chat right here, the Discord Unique Recruits channel?
Because I don't care for that. Those are my recruits.
Oh. So then why you bring it up now?
Well, because I just wanted to.
Oh. See?
Oh, okay.
You tune your horn now, eh?
Yeah.
All right. So
that's what happens when the Lions didn't not around.
When the coaches restart, it ain't gonna be that big a deal, man. No, I mean, we're gonna be on fast XP, and we'll be able to maybe not do some of the things game day, and maybe the players won't progress as much, but everybody will invest in recruiting because everybody wants top players. And a lot of the recruit game goes to how many stars your club has. If your club has 5 stars, you're gonna have 1,000 hours of recruiting. If you got 4.5 stars, you're gonna have about 700, 800, 900. If you got less than that, then you got less.
Yeah.
So a lot of us got some real quality schools. It'll be interesting to see what Georgia Tech. I have Georgia Tech in another dynasty,
right?
And they only got like 600 hours or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward. And then Tulane, they've got to be even less than that. So going forward, those 2 users might be at a disadvantage on the recruiting trail.
Probably at 400 because in Maine I got UTSA and we're at 400 points.
Yeah.
Now I'll say this: I have Colorado. They have 600. They're about a 3-star school. So I think as much as it is an advantage to have more points, you have to be smart with your points. You can still compete with those 600 hours. You just have to work it right. You can give a little, get a little, or whatever. If you see you're in the lead, take those points off you to somebody else. So again, just because you have more points doesn't mean it's going to guarantee you're going to have better stars or more options. You just have to be smart with it. That's all. But definitely, you do have an advantage with the prestige of your school. If you have a 4-star, be smart with your 4-star. If you got a 3-star, be smart with the numbers with your 3-star. So I definitely hear you that. And in terms of the coaching reset, I think like was said before, it's not really going to be a big deal. You still got to play your games to win those games to get to those recruits coming to your school. Again, the stars help, and again, it's your style. You got to kind of recruit guys for your style of play. Just because the guy's a 5-star doesn't mean you're going to recruit him just because he's a 5-star. You want to match your style. So fix your style or find the guys that fit your style, and you should be good. So the restart shouldn't really do too much for sure. What else we got going on? We got how many user games we got left?
Let's see. We got a few user games left. I know all the ones, actually, believe it or not, all the ones that when we advanced, they're all done for the week. All 5 are played. I believe next week we only have Georgia Tech.
Yep.
Florida State, Florida.
Okay.
Big 12, no. Big 10 probably has to. The game. Ohio State versus Michigan. Notre Dame versus USC. Ooh.
Another big game. Notre Dame's on a tear right now.
And then I think the last one, there might be. There has to be at least one in the SEC. Texas A&M, Texas.
All right.
LSU, Oklahoma.
Okay. We got a few.
Matter of fact, I need to put those in the chat afterwards so I can start scheduling.
Should be a good end of the season. And finally, we got the conference championship game predictions. What do we have for predictions right now?
Let me pull up the Big Ten so everybody can see.
Yeah.
That. I think we already kind of know who the matchup should be so this one's locked in stone. There's no way it's not going to happen. So I guess I can go first. I want to say the game's in Ohio. I want to say it's in Ohio, right? Because I should. Let me see. I just want to make sure before I think I'm going to say
Ohio versus Michigan.
Yeah, I just want to make sure where the game's.
Yeah, it is in Ohio. Yeah,
it's in Ohio. I got to go with the Lions then by 13 plus.
Wow.
Like 49ers said earlier, he scored over 500 points. And he's only allowed 201. That's insane through 10 games. And he still has another game this week. So that 519 can be 560 or 570 when he's done. I just don't know if Michigan if Aunt Bill can beat him. He's going to have to run the ball. So, yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I'm favoring Ohio State on that one too. Or that's my prediction at least, not favoring, but that's my prediction too. Ohio State has just met every challenge so far this year. Got, hit the ground running and haven't looked back. That's the prediction, man, for the Big Ten.
Okay. Big Ten. I
mean, no bias, man. It's different than it did. Simple as that. Simple as that. Michigan, you're toast.
I mean, that one conference loss kind of shows where Michigan's at. I don't know if they can match the 10-0, but again,
If they
things can
can't
happen.
if he can't beat Champ, definitely can't beat that then. I mean,
All right. Well, there you have it. Fours
as
across
Champ
the
his
board.
record, as Champ his record versus Committee, right?
A lot versus a little.
Well then,
So, but here's my question, and the reason I bring this up is because we look at the college football playoffs, right? Let's
Right.
look at it. While I ask this question for everybody, for all three
Yeah.
of y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
So Michigan's at 6. If he loses twice, he is no longer in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
That's-
to play Wait back-to-back weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to beat Wait twice or at minimum split. And I don't even know if a split keeps him in the playoffs. Do y'all think he'll make the playoffs with a split?
Michigan?
Yeah.
I think so.
Depends which one he wins. If he,
Oh, that's right. 'Cause if you win the
If
season,
he loses the,
Yeah.
the regular season and wins the conference,
He goes in automatic. He jumps up, right? So this is back
But
to
win
back.
that one, then lose the conference game, he might be
he would
out
have
of
to
it.
win in Indy to
Tough.
make sure he's
Tough.
in, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's
So
going
the
as
ver-
number 4 probably.
The first scenario, he's a guaranteed win. He's guaranteed in the
Yeah.
playoffs. The second scenario, it's a coin flip. You never know.
Tough. It's tough.
He'll be depending on everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh.
He needs to win the CCG. If he has to win one, that one has to be the one.
That's correct. That is correct. So if he's down big in terms of the game that he's playing, the first one, I'd rest his players so he can come out strong for the second game. That's just my thought. Is that wear and tear? That's going to get you. You're playing this team back to back. Is it? Is it back to back?
Yeah, it's back to back. Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
14
Back.
in the CCG.
Think about it. Back to back. That wear and tear is
Wow.
not going away. It's going to get
And
hurt.
the crazy thing is this could happen in real life. Not saying it is, but imagine like, ugh. Have to play
Yeah.
someone back to back.
Think about that. That could happen. Now, it's a good thing because you play the same guy twice. You'll know their tendencies and whatnot, and you can probably game plan better. So again, it's a toss up. It's definitely a toss up. It's gonna be interesting to watch those games for sure. For sure. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. And then
That's
the other game, I mean, technically, I'm trying to read the chat. Would be the SEC championship. Granted, me or no Tennessee don't lose next week. It would be
Just
me
throw a lot of
versus-
picks.
Me versus Ole Miss.
That's the game I want to see. Because I heard a lot of smack talking in there. Someone was calling out somebody else. I'm not naming names.
I know, man. I was making dinner when my phone went off.
Oh man, someone was cooking, and the smoke detector did not catch that smoke. Just letting you know. So
Yeah.
somebody's got to step up.
Tailgate will definitely be pulling up to that one.
Oh, hell yeah.
100%.
Hell yeah.
100%.
We'll
I
make
we
sure
might
that-
have to- we
We'll
might
make
have
sure
to-
it's not late enough at night that everybody can be home for that on the broadcast team.
Oh, dude, I will record it and replay it for everybody in the Discord if I need to. Damn it, we need to see that battle from start to finish.
So we'll
Telling
go
you.
with you, dear Armand. Go first. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be a good game, man. I do think Ole Miss pulls it out, man, in a close one. I think Ole Miss, that D line is just something to deal with, man. I think defense is gonna be very important in that game. I like Ole Miss by 3, by a field goal.
Okay. 49 George, how about you? What's your pick? Ole Miss, Texas.
Points 4 points against backs me up on this one. I'm gonna pick Texas. I think it's interesting how Texas is the number 2 team, but in the conference they're the number 2 team, and then also they're not slated to have the bye in the college football playoff. That screen that we looked at a second ago.
Yeah.
They're scheduled to have a round 1 game versus one of the bottom 5 to 12 teams right there.
Yeah.
Right now it's slated against Tulane, and that'll
Yeah.
subject to change, but it's just interesting that Texas went in and snatched the chain off Michigan early in the year, then have been number 1 and 2 all year from that point till Ohio State just climbed them in the rankings, but Ole Miss got in there and they're number 3, but they're number 2 on this college football playoff. I think the stakes can't be higher. I think with the Big Ten thing, it's like if he could split it, then it's really good for him, right? And which one does he win? Yeah, but this one for the SEC, man, I mean, there's no splitting. It's just one and done. And both coaches want that one. They had outstanding seasons, and I gotta say, I've seen Texas play a little bit more. I know what they're gonna try to do, and I think he's playing good football right now. I think he's calling good games.
You know what? I've played Ole Miss. I'm not the greatest. I did keep up with him, and I've watched Texas play. He can air it out. He can play that ball. He can play some defense. So I'm thinking Texas for the win by 10. By 10. Only because I haven't played him, but I've watched him play. So he's a competitor. Like I said, they're both undefeated for a reason. They're good players. But I've played Ole Miss to say, okay, well, I know his style, his caliber, and I don't know if it's going to match Texas in that game. So I'm going Texas by 10 for that game.
That was an early game, though, right?
It was. That's why I say I'm only going by what I've seen. So it was the first game of the season. I lost by 7.
Yeah.
So he might
keep up with him week 1, but
you're right. Again, wear and tear and prestige and all that confidence is all in there too. But I mean, I've seen Champ play. He's no slouch. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, winning by 10. Just 10. Not a blowout like everybody else thinks is going to happen. No, by 10. There's no blowouts in these playoffs. That's for sure. There'll be high-scoring games, but only by 10.
Pull that last comment up, man. I got to address that.
Oh, you want to pull up this last comment right here?
Yeah, man. I expect you possibly to take care of business in the swamp. But if them playoff rankings stay how it is right now, you better hope and pray. You better hope and pray you don't get that game that's projected right now. We having a blowout. And I know what I just said about Coach Clay. I know how I spoke about Alabama. But you better hope and pray that's not your first round matchup, buddy.
Well, Cyanide says, and I quote, "I want all the smoke."
Oh, you gonna get smoked, all right?
Ooh. I think we need to call that game
Newport 100.
Damn. Stogie. He's smoking like a stogie. That's how he's doing it right there.
Like a cowboy killer, like a Marlboro Red.
Damn.
That first hit.
Damn. All right. Well, there you have it, man. There you have it. That's our predictions. So, our last prediction. I mean, without no bias, who's taking it? Who's taking the national championship? Based on what you see right now, again, this is what we're going by. We're not going to be seeing anything else after this until we raise that trophy. Who's coming out on top here? We'll start with you, Texas. Without calling yourself.
Oh, I can't vote on this one.
You can. Okay.
Let's hear it, champ. Don't do that. Let's hear it, champ.
I know. I want to hear it. I want to hear the confidence.
Let's hear it, champ.
Or I want to hear the humbleness.
You
I
talked
want to know.
a minute ago. Let's hear it, champ. Who
He
winning the natty?
So
champ,
this
that's
is
your
the funny
name, dog.
thing.
You got to speak on it.
If this was the actual format and layout, you can't see Texas Ohio State in the natty. You're going to see it in the semis at best.
You're right. So again, I put the question out there. Because you can't see that in the natty. I know you don't want to say I'm gonna go roll over Ohio State and get to the finals. I know you. That's why you're trying to avoid saying it. But that's all right.
No, fuck all that. It's gonna be an all SEC championship. It's gonna be Texas versus Tennessee at the fucking Mercedes-Benz Bowl.
Tennessee. Let's go.
There you go.
Let's
Call
go.
it like you say it, brother. Call it like you say it.
Y'all don't think, man, Tim can fucking put up points. Yes, he throws a lot of picks. Tim throws picks, but he still puts up 40, 50 a game, man.
My says.
Tennessee is crazy. Okay.
Dermon, let's go. What do you think? Based on what we see here, the playoff picture.
I mean, as it is right now, listen, man, it's the first year. It's not the first year premiere, but it's the first season on the new game.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that. It's a lot of new guys here. It's a lot of the old guard here. Competition is high, man. But it's just different in the fucking den. Easy, man. Ohio State winning the Natty, man. It ain't even a question.
Wow.
Running through this playoff. Y'all better hope you don't get a fucking a bye in the fucking round either, because you might as well book it.
Well, 49 George, your take, sir.
I mean, just at this point, predicting the championship, conference championship winners is hard enough. Man, that's like 3 levels out that I can't predict right now. I mean, I would say the inside track is Ohio State, but what it's lining up to be like is whoever wins that SEC really is going to have all the confidence in the world to try to really make it a game for those Buckeyes.
Okay. See, I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw a loop right now. See, because Texas and Ohio might be hitting it up in the semifinals based on what we're seeing right now. And if Michigan does do well in their games against Ohio State, I think they're going right through. They're taking the championship. Michigan winning the full ride. Michigan, go blue. Go blue. Michigan.
Who lost Aunt Bell?
I'm just letting you know.
I don't know, man.
Going with the M's, baby. Let's go. Big M's.
I see 3 undefeated teams.
You're right.
Oh, man.
You're right.
I don't know about that.
Someone might fall. Might fall.
He got to beat Wait twice, and then he got more playoff games to win.
Again, if it's sitting right here, right here.
He froze right on time. He froze right on time.
I thought I froze again.
He left us with a cliffhanger, man.
Your mic's off. I don't know if you can hear us. Someone type in the chat so we can see it.
Maybe
I think he might have crashed.
This is the funny thing about that whole thing, man, is we think Aunt Bell's getting in. If he goes 0-2, he ain't fucking going nowhere but to the fucking salon.
I don't think he gets in 0-2, man. I don't think he gets in.
No way. He's not getting in.
At 0-2, he out. So someone else is slipping in.
I think he has to win both of them to get in, to be honest with you.
I think he has to win at least the CCG.
Yeah.
I think beating number 1 and then losing the next week, I don't know. Because if he wins the CCG and he's at 6, he's gonna go like to maybe 3 or 4 in the rank. What is he ranked? Oh, he's ranked number 4? Yeah. He's gonna go to like number 2 in the rankings. Because the SEC champ will be number 1. Damn, but then the next week if Ohio beats him, he still might be high. You know what? He might get in if he don't win that CCG, but he wins the first one.
The first one will do a lot. Yeah, it'll do a lot for him.
I think so, because he may climb to 2. The SEC champ at 1. And if he loses to like number 4, Ohio State, when he's number 2, he just might flip-flop with Ohio State. He might be fucking back at 4.
Talking about Michigan?
Yeah. I was just thinking about it, right? So, so they're going to meet next week. It's 4 versus 1, right?
Yeah.
He wins. He probably goes to 2 or 3.
Correct.
And if he loses the next week, he's going to lose to a top 4 team. He's probably going to go down a few fucking spots.
That's correct.
So technically, winning the first one probably does get him in.
Yeah.
Because he's going to go in over Arizona, NC State. He's going to go over Bama. He's going in before Florida State and Tulane. The only two that would have a gripe would probably be the SEC champ that loses that game, the loser of the SEC championship, and if anything, Tennessee, if they're 11-1 when he wins tonight and next week. So technically, the first win for Ant Bell might actually do the most.
Game at the shoe.
Yeah, it's also a road game.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Winning the second one automatically gets you in because the CCG champ is automatically in.
Automatic.
But thinking about it now, winning next week actually probably fucking puts him in. At worst, he falls to like 5 or 6, back where he's at. Probably 6, because I would say the SEC championship game loser would be 5. The first after the top 4.
Well, let's see. The chat's saying that Ole Miss might be taking the full ride here, taking it all the way in.
That's interesting. You just predicted him to go to the Natty and play you. He don't even think you're gonna win the SEC championship.
It's okay.
Seems like the respect is one way.
It's all right.
Well,
it's okay.
we'll see.
Don't go too far,
We'll see.
Tony.
We'll see what happens, man.
It's going to be interesting. I would like to hopefully do another show once the playoffs are put together.
Yeah.
Even so everybody's here. I think we got 8 guys.
Reveal.
We got like 8 guys watching right now, probably all from the Dynasty.
Yeah.
Maybe do a short 30-minute show the day before the playoffs kick off, so we can actually
You gotta
do
have a playoff reveal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. Time permitting, we definitely do it.
Yeah, if we can get
Definitely
together
do.
and do one, and then we can redo our picks because God knows what this might look like in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna
100%
look
right.
totally different. It's gonna
This is
look
a temp.
totally different.
Yeah,
This is
because
temp.
Arizona loses, NC State loses. Shit, all of a sudden they're not in the playoffs. Someone else might be in there.
Florida State might
lose.
not be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida
Florida
State might
State,
lose, they not be there. Oklahoma State is 3. They just beat Texas Tech. Texas Tech is fucking 9-1, but they have the tiebreaker. I don't know how that, like that. Yeah, that's why Texas Tech was number 3 all year in this, but they lost to OK State, so now they have 1 conference loss. They're not even in the playoffs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll go. I want to make sure. I'm gonna go show you. Yeah, because I was looking at it earlier today. I'm like, they have been number 3 all year. I've been looking at Texas Tech. Like, someone gonna beat them? Yeah. See, they're both 6-1.
Wow.
But I bet you they beat them. I bet you they beat them. Look, see, yeah, they even have Arizona ahead of them. Game stupid.
Wow.
Texas Tech's last 2 games should probably be a Texas rivals, or probably like Baylor or somebody next week. I bet. Let's see. What do they
TCU
got?
or somebody? Nope. Okay.
Oh, you beat them. I thought it was OK State. You beat them. Okay, so this game right here, when we advance, we'll decide.
Oh yeah, that's not this side of the line right there.
This is going to decide. Well, they still both might go to the CCG, but that'll be who will be number 3 next week in the playoff picture.
It's a lot of doubt coming your way, champ.
I'm
A
not worried
lot of
about
doubt,
that.
man.
I'm calm that bum.
A lot of
Don't
doubt,
say that,
man.
Yeah,
We got people in the chat talking about TAMU. We got guys don't think you beat no miss.
It's all right.
It's crazy, man.
I was told I had to beat these guys because they were undefeated and a lot of playoff implications were happening there. So the commission's watching me, and I made sure I won. So yeah, and I was winning by a lot until they started doing their thing, and I'm like, damn. But sure enough, I did hold it off with the W. So yeah,
you did.
I was the one that knocked them up.
You technically took them out of the playoffs altogether. They went from 3 to out.
Yeah.
In a week.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
I'll take that. But yeah, man, we're definitely gonna have another show right before the playoffs. The
Yes,
big
sir.
playoff reveal. I believe now we're also gonna have an award show too. Is that correct? We're gonna have the reveals of the Heisman's and all the other awards as well.
Yeah,
We could
should
probably
that.
do it on that same show, probably in reality.
Yeah,
The
I
awards
think
will be out by then.
They should
Will
be.
it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're out before right after CCG they get put out.
There you go. Okay.
We advanced to
Cool.
playoffs.
So yeah, we can cover all that.
It's definitely covered. I'll have some fun with it. And when again, season comes to an end soon. And next season, I'm looking forward to it because again, I'm in my bag now. I know how to recruit now. See, I know how to recruit. I'm playing better ball. I'm ready. Colorado's ready. All right, Colorado's ready. All right. For everybody watching, again, thank you for hopping in with us. It's been a pleasure with the tailgate. We got 49er George, the unbiased, the Armand, Champ, Texas TV himself, and myself, Sir Tokes, aka the Beast. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, enjoy the rest of the season. Peace.